more Black Tears podcast, man. We back at it. We at the next light. Caesar C's, how you doing?
What's good, people? Back in traffic.
Did you enjoy your birthday weekend last weekend?
It was good, man. 32. What it do, baby?
Okay, Juice Man, what's going on?
A baby in the building. Hey, what up? What up? Mayfest, we here. What's up, Augusta, Georgia? I love y'all. Let's get it.
Vertiz, what's going on, man?
Man, chilling, man, sipping on this boozy juice, man. Thinking about this, this Diddy video, man. But hey, man, let's get to it, y'all.
All right. So let's get it to it, man. It all happened in the week, man.
Yeah, so y'all, this weekend sports, man, we got a doozy. So for those who know Harris Buckner, the 3-time Super Bowl champion with the Kansas City Chiefs, the kicker, he gave a speech at Benedictine College, basically talking about how women, need to focus more on being mothers and wives than their own careers. He also talked about how the Pride and the LGBT community, they got a whole month dedicated to it, and we celebrated it, and that's simple. And lastly, he spoke on the fact of, we got a Catholic president who basically okays abortion. Now, a lot of people talk about his freedom of speech, his amendments and all that, and it got a lot of traction on shows like The View. What's your thoughts on this, Steve, about everything that he said?
Pretty much, man. It's nowadays, man, I say, fuck it. It's freedom of speech. You can say whatever you want to say. The setting at first, I'm just like, you at a college commencements, you got a lot of views and a lot of bullshit you got to deal with. I didn't agree with everything he said, but he did have some valid points. The abortion, I don't necessarily agree with that sentiment, but he is Catholic, and in the stance of like women need to focus on finding their husbands. It's like, man, it's 2024. Everybody need to work, so it's like I'm not against women getting their careers started. So there's like that's a whole nother conversation though. So I mean, Whoopi Goldberg even came to his defense. So it's like that says a lot. That says a whole lot. So it's like he had some valid points. He didn't have valid points. I didn't agree with everything, but there were some things I agreed with. Like women, you can do both. I feel like you can actually work on your career and give room to finding a husband, or find a husband and have a career. There's ways to do both. But he's at a Catholic. This is what really threw me off with the video was he was Catholic, and immediately, you see clips, everybody looks at the tip-top snippet. You immediately want to go for, oh, you're Catholic. Y'all the last people who should be talking, but then you see the whole speech and you're like, okay, I can't really say much. I don't agree with it, or I agree. It was what it was, but, everybody says what they're going to say with college, especially. So now it's like you're adults. Everybody's going to speak on it. So freedom of speech, man.
Juice Man.
Yeah, I don't know much about it. I ain't heard too much about it. I ain't see the video. So I really can't speak on something I don't know. But from what I heard y'all say, being Catholic, they got certain stuff. They don't even believe in condoms. So, you know what I'm saying? That to them is like abortion. So it's hard to fathom. And then also, I was born Catholic, and I do have my middle name is my Catholic name, but I don't practice the religion like that, so I don't know much about it. I know of it. It's just from what I heard from you, Bert, it was valid. What he's saying was in their beliefs. So how can you get mad at somebody in their beliefs if that's what they believe and that's their religion? And this is America. You got the freedom of religion, freedom of speech. So hey, I gotta just bear it and keep it moving, man. Another day, another dollar.
Yeah, when I first saw it, I thought it was funny. I didn't see the video, but the clips that I saw, I thought it was funny. I ain't had no problem with nothing he said. It is what it is, you know what I'm saying? He said what he said. I'm pretty sure the college knew exactly not exactly what he was going to say, but they knew around about what he was going to say. And I'm pretty sure they didn't have a problem with it because he's talking at the commencement. So this is a very important time in all these people's lives. So I'm pretty sure they wouldn't have brought him there if they didn't know what what he was gonna say and how he felt in his spirit and things like that. And he's one of the top 3 kickers in the league. You know what I'm saying? And he's Patrick Mahomes kicker. You know what I'm saying? He got a great leg. You know what I'm saying? So he was just letting his third leg hang. You know, and swing. You know what I'm saying? So he said what he said. And he meant it. And he stood on it. And I ain't got no problem with it.
Yeah, man. When I saw the backlash, I was kind of like, okay, cool. Let me listen to what he said. I heard the full speech, did some research. When I found out it was a Catholic school, I looked at it like, hey, how would you feel at BYU, Notre Dame? These are Christian Catholic schools. Like, at the end of the day, you have to understand, within that religion, everything he said is valid. Like, we can live in this world where it's 2024 and we feel like, oh, wow, you know, this is messed up for the say. But within the religion of the Catholicism, like, everything he said was completely valid, man. Like, they don't believe in, you know, homosexuality. They don't believe in abortion. And they do believe that women should try to focus more on their families and being at home. And I will say this, he did speak from his own personal belief of how his wife used to be a worker, but then she decided to basically be a stay-at-home mom and be a wife. And it brought her so much joy. So he was just trying to instill to the young ladies, don't let society gas you up and make you feel like you got to join the rat race. It's okay, and I'm going to be real. I do agree with him in this sense. It's okay being a housewife. If you are an actual housewife, not the ones in Atlanta or LA or New York. Like, if you are an actual housewife, I feel like that's one of the most important jobs that we have in America. You raising the kids and you taking care of the house. So if that's what you want to do, like, as a woman, that's cool. But to your point, C's, we do live in a time where, hey, you kind of do need 2 incomes. So, hey, if you want to get out there and work and make that money and help me pay these bills, that's fine too, you know. But moving on to the NFL schedule release. So, you know, the NFL released their schedules, and now we get to see all the matchups from the opening day matchups to the Jets have the most primetime games in the first 2 months, and the NFL has admitted, like, yes, we did that because they owe us. Like, you know, I think the Panthers got the least amount of primetime games.
They fucked the Panthers over,
man. Thank God, but don't nobody want to see them in primetime. You know, because what was it, Rose last year? What sorry ass team that had primetime all the time? It was some sorry team that had primetime. But
The Giants.
The Giants.
That's
New
New
York.
York.
They don't want to see
money.
that shit, man.
That's money, though.
But, you know, hey, but there's a lot of games going on. C's, what do you think about the NFL schedule release?
I want to talk about one team in particular, man. I want to talk about the Steelers, home team. Hey, for the last couple seasons, everybody said, oh, they got an easy schedule. What the fuck happened this year? We got to eat. I ain't even going to say easy because you know how some teams will surprise you some weeks. Dallas Cowboys.
Do we play y'all? Atlanta plays y'all?
Yeah, you about to get his ass whooped the first week. This first week, about to get his ass whooping. But the later half is really after week 10, after week 9, the bye week. We got Baltimore twice. We got Philly. Plus we got the Browns twice, and we got Kansas City at the end of the season for Christmas.
Which got the Bengals too.
And the Bengals. Woo! Everybody worried about the Bengals, but
stop. Burrow doing his thing.
That Christmas game. That fucking Christmas game on Netflix.
On Netflix. That's that bull crap.
On fucking Netflix.
Y'all can watch it at my house. I got Netflix.
I think this is gonna be one of the years really gonna be tested. I think they made the right moves in the offseason. I think we're gonna still pull that. It's gonna be another year at regular shit. They're gonna make it to the playoffs, or at least almost. It's gonna be a decent record.
Man, it's gonna be the first year Mike Tomlin does not have a winning record. And Justin Fields is going to get some playing time.
Don't lie.
That schedule is horrible. I'm talking about.
It's one of the toughest schedules. It is. That later half is
tougher than Atlanta's.
Yes, they got the hardest schedule in the league. They after Steelers. They after Steelers, but
that later half of the season.
But my thing is, it's all about like the way they to watch every game this year, you would have to pay over $800. You can actually go to every Panthers home game or every Panthers home game cheaper than watching every game, and because they got games on Netflix with subscriptions and all this Peacock. They got games they spread these games out to all these other streaming services. Man, like we said, the Super Bowl is gonna be on pay-per-view soon.
We talked about that though. We have talked about that on the podcast and we knew it was coming.
Yeah, but just because we talked about it, don't make it right. It don't make it right. Like they're trying to make
Hey, what we say? It's okay, but it ain't right.
Yeah.
NFL Network gonna drop that package, $150 to see every single game.
Yeah, so it's like the Thursday night games used to be free, and then they went to Prime. So I don't know what they're doing this year with the Thursday night games, but every Thursday night game last year was trash anyway. But
Facts.
But the fact is, like, they trying to reach in these people's pockets. Like, they reaching in people's pockets.
Yeah, they got to pay their contracts. They got to pay.
Nah, they ain't got nothing to do with it.
Shit, Kirk Cousins got 110. How much you got? 180.
Nah, he got 100 guaranteed. He got 180.
Yeah, we got to pay the nigga.
No, that ain't got nothing. That ain't got nothing to do with nothing. They're gonna get paid regardless. That's what I'm saying. It's just the owners. It's the owners, because the players is gonna get paid regardless. It's the owners that's getting this TV money. You know what I'm saying? The owners
money goes down to the players.
Like I said, the owners getting the TV money, and because the players gonna get paid regardless. You know what I'm saying? It's the owners is the ones that getting rich off of this, because the players gonna be players. They go get their money. It's NFL.
Players getting rich too. Like shit, what the fuck? I could do a lot with
they still workers though.
Million.
They still workers. What's a millionaire to a billionaire?
There you go.
110 to a goblin.
That's 100. That's 100.
What I'm saying?
That's like Cassie. You run off with my 100,000, bitch. I'm gonna bust your motherfucking head to the white meat, bitch.
So it's like
no diddy.
Yeah, that junk got me hot, like doggone, like y'all remember we used to maybe watch football in the backyard with bunny ears, like
I remember them days.
Like doggone. But Vertizen, what you got?
Yeah, man, I'm not gonna talk about the schedule. I want to talk about the schedule release. See, this is why NFL is king, and Rose always says the NFL is king because guess what? Only the NFL can drop their schedule, and it becomes a thing. Like, it becomes this thing where basically I watch Colin Cowherd on YouTube. He's talking about it for a whole hour. They talk about it on all the sports shows. That's how big NFL is.
It's money.
And this is what I want to talk. I want to talk about the videos that these teams dropped for the NFL schedule release.
Atlanta was trash.
The first one, now I'm going to give you my top three that was worse. The Broncos, that was sorry. Y'all had Lewis Hamilton sit down and basically eat different foods from the teams y'all playing, and this nigga's British, but he's black, but he said Southern food is trash. Nigga, you trash. Then the Dolphins. Come on, Tyreek Hill. Yeah, we understand y'all a fast team, but you're gonna type up the schedule. It's gonna zoom at the screen so fast that we can't even see the schedule. Like, bro, that's the whole point of the whole fucking video is to see the fucking schedule. Then we get the Jets. That shit was just whack, bro. You get 4 plays that nobody know. The only one we know is Breece Hall. They all do some corny shit where they all use each other's other name, and they basically play a puzzle. Like, they got a puzzle in front of them in groups of 2, and they try to build the puzzle for the schedule. That was lame as fuck. Now, the 4 best ones, I ain't gonna lie. The Jags. Now, see, you've been watching that X-Men 97. The Jags did the X. They did the Jags 95.
Yeah, I gotta watch
now,
that.
For those who know, the Jags came into the league in 95, so that was dope.
That shit fire.
Then the Bears, for those who grew up watching Ferris Bueller, they did a voiceover. Basically, we back to school with DJ Moore as the lead character, and it basically just went through like a whole 3-minute episode and we back in school. They in high school. They got the cool kids and all that different stuff. Then you get the Chargers. For those who played the video game The Sims, the Chargers had basically made a Sims character, and basically they playing the Sims game, releasing the schedule. But the winner was the Rams. The Rams did a GTA style midnight type of shit where basically Matthew Stafford and Cooper Kupp got in a low top, like a low rider, drove through basically across the country. You see this Vice City, Miami Grand Theft Auto thing.
Oh, that's your generation.
My favorite 3 parts of that part was this. One, when they got to 40 San Francisco, it zoomed in on the radio. And the radio said, "Not like us, Kendrick." Oh my God. So y'all both in California, but you let it be known. We not the same.
It's
LA.
LA.
We not the same. Then my second one was when it got to the Raiders, like literally you see the football spinning on the rim, almost like how you see like the dice roll on the little thing. And then you see the rear mirror, you see a baby. For those who know the Hangover movie,
roulette.
Yeah. For those who know the Hangover movie, a baby got lost in the first one. And then the last one was when they faced the Jets. The car turned into a motherfucking jet because it was being followed by a jet. Hey, the Rams won. That's how you release a fucking schedule. That was dope. If you haven't seen it, for all the people who haven't seen it, take 3 minutes and watch it on YouTube.
So that's how we do it. We drop
That's how
schedule
we do
releases.
Hey, Juice Man.
Yes, sir.
I know you probably didn't look at the schedule, but do you have any thoughts on like basically matches you know?
You already know I looked at the Atlanta schedule because you know what I'm saying. I fuck with the A, and it is no Diddy. Too easy. And I already knew the schedule way before the release, and it's all about money. And it's all about money. Like a lot of people, what they do with they season tickets is they sell. You know what I'm saying? So Kansas City coming to Atlanta. Guess what? I'm selling the tickets. So that right there paid for my season tickets. So now I got season tickets for free. You see what I'm saying? So I'm going to every home game for the free ski because I sold a pair of tickets. You see what I'm saying? It's all about the money, man. So it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I like it. You know what I'm saying? Atlanta schedule is pretty hard. I don't know what y'all talking about. That shit crazy. We're gonna see how we do, man. I'm rooting for the Falcons. I hope we make the playoffs. I believe, and I pray that we will make the playoffs this year. But it's looking really bad for us. But we're gonna do it, man.
We're winning NFC South. We're winning.
We're winning it. We're winning over Tampa Bay. We were supposed to win last year, but did we?
Yeah. What? No, we wasn't supposed to win last year.
Oh my goodness.
I'm gonna tell you who is looking bad for. Miss Caitlin Clark, the number 1 overall pick in this year's draft for the Indiana Fever. Her first game, she dropped only 20 points. She struggled in the first half.
They already playing?
She played 2 games so far.
Oh, this preseason.
No, the regular season has started.
Oh,
in her first game, she dropped 20 points.
So they did the draft and the season already started?
Yeah, the season already started.
Damn. Women, slow the fuck down. See, that's what I'm talking.
We only 2 games in, man. We good. We good. 2 games.
All this instant shit.
So her first game, she got 20 points, but she struggled in the first half, though, to the point where Leah Boston had to pull her to the side and calm her down. She had 10 turnovers, and they lost. Then in her next game against the New York Liberty, which let's remember now, for those who are new to the WNBA, the New York Liberty was considered a super team like the Aces were, and they lost to the Aces in the WNBA Finals. The Fever got thrashed.
No shit.
Thrashed by the New York Liberty. And Caitlin Clark only had 9 points. And also, to go back to the first game, she was facing a married couple, Carrington and Thomas, you know, and one of them was actually second or third in MVP voting. So she was facing very good players.
No shit.
Siege, what do you think about Caitlin Clark's debut in the WNBA?
Exactly what we said was going to happen. It's like she's not going to come to the league and dominate. Like, she's going to bring the fan base, but she's not going to dominate.
It's the white lady, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is how it was. And it just goes to show you, like, matter of fact, so Liberty, she had 9 points. Connecticut, she dropped 20, so they did better. But both losses, so it just goes to show you, it's like, hey, you are not just jumping into this league dominating. She's only going to get better. That, unfortunately, I can say she's going to have to she's actually going to have to prove herself, especially with a team like the Fever. These other teams, the Aces, the Liberty. You seen, what's her name? What's the chick from Louisiana?
I was going to ask how my baby doing.
The Skies did fucking amazing their first 2 games.
That's what I'm saying.
So I mean, you see their score, but I mean,
that white privilege.
Carrington definitely shut her down that fucking game. That's like her sign. Like, hey, Carrington, that was a good pickup.
Give her that white privilege, and
so I mean, it's gonna be actually gonna be competitive. So we'll see. Mr. Juice Man, what you got, man?
That white privilege, man. That's what I'm sipping and pissing out, man. That white privilege, because I know my baby doing good, so hey, I'm not surprised. I'm gonna keep that shit moving there. But would I watch my baby? Yes. Would I watch her? No. That's simple, man. Come on. I don't give a damn. She was number 1.
Rose.
Corny as hell.
Yeah.
She from the land of corn.
Yeah. So it was it's what it was supposed to be expected. We already said that she was gonna be able to score, but it's gonna be harder. You know what I'm saying? That's all it was. So She scored 20 points her first game, so obviously she could score. She didn't have a good game in the second game, but they was going against almost the defending champs. You know what I'm saying? The runner up. So
That's right.
she was going to get spanked in that game anyway. So it is what it is. The rookies they're going to be rookies.
Mhm.
That's all it is. The thing about it is everybody keeps saying, "Oh yes, this and this about her," but we still talking about her.
Y'all is, I ain't.
Hey man, this just lets you know how much hype she had. Because the fact that we even talking about
White privilege. She ain't had no fucking hype.
The
White
fact-
privilege.
the fact that we talking about a rookie guard,
White girl.
WNBA,
Come
and
on,
that's
man.
leading a lot of these sports shows.
Come on.
That's good for the WNBA.
It is good for WNBA. I wish them the best.
Because guess what? I can't remember the last 10 years where we talked about the opening night of the WNBA like this before.
Man,
Like Caitlin Clark, she doing good things for the WNBA. Hey, I know people who don't watch WNBA who saw the Aces play opening night, and they was like, "Hey man, that girl that look like Storm, she kind of fired." Yes, Angel Wilson is the best player in the fucking league right now. She's definitely fired.
Speaking of openings, though,
Man.
did you see the video with their opening? They did the shit like Belly.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. So,
So it's good, man.
Sure.
She's gonna catch her foot in. She's gonna put up more points, and she's gonna eventually get her grounding. But hey, shout out to Angel Reese because in her debut she looked good though. They lost, but she looked good. She looked like, to be honest, she looks better than what I thought she was gonna look to be in her first game.
I'm gonna tell you like this. I don't know what y'all talking about, but when WB first came out and then they put it on TV, guess who was watching it? I was. Why? Because man, I really do fuck with the goddamn coach from South Carolina, man. I've been fucking with her since day one. It is what it is. I was fucking with her when she was a player. I'm fucking with her when she coach. It is what it is, bro. She's still better than me.
hey,
She get the dick.
this whole summer though, if you want to watch
Yeah,
basketball, you got it on TV. You got the option.
Hey man.
Get at me.
So moving on to the NBA, Paul Pierce, a former NBA Finals MVP, and known as the Truth, was on Undisputed. He's been on Undisputed for the last couple months, talking basketball mostly. They had a segment where they was talking about the Knicks Pacers game, and he looked at Keyshawn Johnson. He pulled his paperwork and he said, "Hey Key, look at this nigga right here." He slipped up and said the nigga. Now some people have tried to go back and say, nah, he was saying knicker, like knickerbocker. But
He's a Knicks
to the
Knicks
trained
player.
ear, for people who are trained at hearing the word nigger, it sure did sound like C's. He said nigger.
When you talk fast, man, knicker. When the last time you heard somebody say knickerbocker?
Well, so it's a New York team. It's the Knicks.
Yeah, it's the Knicks.
Okay,
The Knicks.
so he's all right to
Nick.
say nigger.
Hey Nick. Hey Nick. Hey Nick. Hey Nick.
We
Talk
already
fast,
know-
talk
we
slow.
already-
But I mean, at the end of the day, though, it's Paul Pierce, man. You should have. Why would you put him on live TV in the daytime? He needs to be on a night show. They need to have like a midnight show where it's him, KG, and all these other podcasters. Put it on, like, you know how they used to do the late night show,
Yeah.
late night sports show. Put that shit on Fox, ESPN, whatever.
It's there.
And if you want to just get him off air, put him on the Is What It Is with Cameron and Mace. Just let him do the sports segment on that show. He can say whatever the fuck he wants to say. Because Paul Pierce don't give a fuck.
He ignorant.
He is the young Charles Barkley.
Hey, have we missed goddamn games of zones? Have we missed this shit? You remember when this shit ended? This motherfucker, Paul Pierce, is the greatest player ever that played.
In his mind.
In his mind. And this nigga is goddamn a quadriplegic in a fucking wheelchair. Goddamn wrote a fucking book. Like, this nigga off the fucking chain.
Yeah,
We already know that shit was coming.
It's pretty much one of those things, man. It's like, Fox, you know who the fuck you hired. So you can't say shit. It is what it is, man.
Yeah, it was funny. It was funny. That's all it was. It was funny. I ain't have no problem with what he did. He didn't get in trouble for it. He was on there today. So it was funny. He slipped up, you know what I'm saying? But Paul Pierce, they call him the truth for a reason.
He spoke the truth.
Yeah.
Put the book in history. Put it in history books. Like,
They call him the
I
truth
made
for a
that shit.
reason.
Dante
So now
DiVincenzo
it's the
had a
truth.
horrible game, and he was laying by note, hey, look at this nigga. This nigga trash. Now, good for Dante DiVincenzo. in Game 5, he made up for it, and he played well, and the Knicks won. Shout out to the Knicks. They playing the Pacers right now. Hey,
so
man,
what's the series? It's tied up?
it's 3-2 Knicks. But,
Okay.
like, as far as Paul Pierce go, man, hey, salute to the truth, man. Hey, man, it reminded me of the Booker T, man. We coming for you, nigga. So, salute. But moving on from a Celtic legend to people that's trying to become legends in Boston, we got the NBA playoffs, man. Boston has already basically secured a spot in the Eastern Conference Finals.
They're not the boys out already? This one?
Yeah, man. They knocked out Rose's Cavs. So, you know, I know Rose's disappointed.
Damn, Rose, I need you to watch every one of them games, man.
He can't watch his team.
I was hoping for an upset, so it's over with.
Yeah, it's over with, bro.
God,
Them niggas done for. And the Knicks and Pacers are playing to see who's going to face them. And we got the T-Wolves and Nuggets going to Game 7. And we got a Game 6 pending from the Mavs and OKC. What's our thoughts on this round of the playoffs right now? And looking forward to the Eastern Conference Finals and the West Conference Finals.
I wouldn't say it was primetime basketball if it wasn't for that bullshit last night. I'm glad I didn't watch that game. I can understand losing by 15. I understand losing by 20. Damn near 25, 30. Okay. 45 fucking points. 117 to like 70 or 115 to like 70. And then it gets worse. To me, it's worse when you look at the stats. Neither team shot threes like they could have. Trash ass game. We know you're going to a Game 7. Lose the game with some respect. It's just like, I'm part of I like the old NBA. Even if I'm going to lose, you're going to fight me. I don't care if I got to play you Game 7. You're still going to respect me because, nigga, it's Game 7. It's on now. Yeah, you beat me by 10 points. We fought for them fucking 10-point loss. We fought for that 15-point loss. You just whooped our ass. 45, you gave the fuck up. So, Game 7, it's going to be a show for the fucking masses. Hopefully it's no bullshit where nobody can say, hey, the NBA is rigged, blah, blah, blah. Tonight. And then with the Knicks, let's be honest, the Knicks going to come with it. I'm just going to say it now. Knicks, we're going to win this. Celtics did what they were supposed to do. If it had been anything else, we would be
So this about to be the championship?
talking about it now.
2-2.
And then the Mavs. I honestly think I don't think the Mavs have it in them. I'm gonna just be honest. I think OKC's gonna actually top them. I think.
If it's a money thing,
I'm saying it now.
If it's a money thing,
I'm putting my money on OKC.
If it's a money thing, Dallas should win. But if it's a skill thing, OKC gonna win. So
Like,
it's all about money or skill.
OKC gonna do their thing. This probably gonna be
money or skill.
a highlight game of the NBA playoffs. OKC got it.
Money or skill.
That's it.
Hey, man, I told y'all from the jump, man. The champion was coming out of the Nuggets and T-Wolves series. I said that weeks ago.
And they had a Game 7.
I told y'all it was going to
go. They had Game 7.
Yeah, they're going to games. I told y'all it was going to go to 7 games. I had people when the T-Wolves jumped up 2-0 saying the series was over. I kept telling people, be easy. This series is going to still go 7. We had a Game 7. And this is the only Game 7 I really wanted to see in the whole playoffs. Because I want to see Jokic, the best player, in a Game 7 with his back against the wall against Ant-Man, who I think is the coldest player in the league right now.
I want to see that.
He's not the best player in the league.
Dog that white
but
boy
he's
out.
the coldest player in the league. Because let me tell you, when they asked him, is it true that you said to the Denver Nuggets staff after Game 5 loss, I'll see you motherfuckers back Game 7? He said, hell yeah. And I believe that shit. Because he the only nigga in the league right now that got some balls to do some shit like that.
Nope.
Game 5.
Nope. My boy ain't play, but he the one. Goddamn Butler. Yo, don't put Butler like that. But
Jimmy would say that, but he can't back it up.
Jimmy got heart, man, but he ain't Ant-Man though. Ant-Man is a different boy. My bad. Ant-Man's a different man.
You said it right, boy.
And let me make this clear. Game 7, I'm watching that shit from start to finish. And we in for a legendary game. I expect this game to come down to the wire.
Timberwolves.
I expect to see Jokic make plays. I expect to see Ant-Man make plays. I expect Cat to be a bitch ass nigga.
I want to see Timberwolves.
And I'm telling you right now, whoever win this game, They're gonna be the champion. I don't give a fuck about the other series. I'll let y'all talk about the other series, But hey, I do want to have a moment of silence for Rose's Cavs though.
Man, fuck the Cavs, man.
Fuck Ohio and
you already
Cavs,
did.
man.
Let me speak. So the best 2 words in basketball or in sports, Game 7. And right now, the best 2 words right now in the playoffs is Jalen Brunson. So Jalen Brunson in Game 7. So I think that the doggone, it's gonna be a good game. It's gonna be a good game. I want to see Denver and I want to see Dallas in the finals, and I want to see New York and I want to see Boston in the finals, and then we'll go from there. And we talk about that next week. But that's what I want to see. You know what I'm saying? And for everybody's ears and knowledge, those are not my Cavs. Those are not my Cavs.
But you've been watching the whole playoffs though.
Timberwolves. I'm pro black. Timberwolves. I need my Timberwolves to win it all.
And KG,
I've been talking about for the last few years.
I hope you're praying right now, because if Ant-Man
Don't do it.
wins a chip, you know what that means. We already seen that video. You, Mr. Tough Man, every time you try to get to fight, you back it up. You ain't want no smoke. You know what that means, right? They get a championship. That means you a hoe. KG, that means you a hoe. You doing all that talking, that means you a hoe, KG.
This nigga want to get Shaq and Kobe, bro.
Let the young men do their thing. I don't give a damn about that shit. That shit cool with me. Hey, y'all young fellas, do your thing, man. Y'all shine, man. Y'all shine bright like a diamond, man. I like that shit. I like to see when my black folks get that shit, man.
So
fuck all the bullshit.
So by the time Monday morning come, I promise you it's gonna be a lot of tears from some players of joy. Some players gonna have tears of sadness. So we moving on to TNT.
Dynamite.
Boom.
So the first TNT, we had these white boys, do a little parody video saying black workouts. Now, one of them was like they were stretching their arms, like pulling the weight, saying, giving their ID to the police. The other one was
that was a gun.
Oh, that was a gun?
Yeah, he was putting that tone on somebody.
And the other one was them running from the cops. Apparently, they have a whole bunch of sketches like this where they do Ethiopian, Chinese. They even do have white people, but apparently that's their whole page. Well, not their whole page, but they do have a whole segment of their page where it's dedicated to different races and how they work out. Tears, no tears.
Man, it's no tears because it was funny. I ain't gonna lie. Like, if their whole page was dedicated to just racking on black people, I'd be like tears. But it's like sometimes shit is just funny. Like, even if it's racist, even if you consider it racist, or it's like why they gotta do black.
Racist is prejudice.
Prejudice. It's like stereotype. It's like the shit funny sometimes. So it's like I wish I could have seen the Ethiopian one, because I'd be like, hey, why is this nigga still running? You've been running for 20 miles, nigga. Stop running. Like, let them do a Kenyan one.
Yeah.
Like the Kenyans always win, so it's kind of like. And then the Mexican one would probably be funny too. It's like,
it's working.
Soccer or some shit.
No, they probably in a swimming pool,
Swimming pool.
backwards, wetback.
Swimming pool no, roofing. How fast can you swing the hammer? It's like,
God.
And then
How fast can you row? They be in the boat.
And then the white folks one probably honestly might be the funniest one. Like, if you're gonna rack on somebody, rack on everybody. So it's like I can't. If that was their whole stick, was just black people or just minorities, I could say something, but. And then the fact that it got deleted, their main page or main video got deleted.
Damn.
So it's like, hey man, it sometimes the shit's just funny. I'm gonna just be honest. It might be you might feel some type of way, but the shit's funny to me, man. No tears.
I say white chicks. You know what I'm saying? like who bought the movie the most and who watched the movie the most, analytical wise, was white chicks.
And I know white people that quote that movie more than I do.
Yeah, so it's just like, it is what it is. But there was shit in that movie that had me like, oh, that shit fucked up.
But it was funny.
Yeah, it was funny, but it's like, oh, that shit fucked up. Like, we all got secrets. Like, nigga, what? Oh, you come to tell me you ain't white? Like, bitch, this nigga. But that shit was funny as hell, but I was just like, God damn.
I'm gonna say something real quick though. Like the part where He said, so you're not white? What do we just see? The TikTok and the screenshots of all the NFL players. What team was it? Philadelphia? All of them got white wives. I was like, damn. Hindsight 2020. Shit.
How about man Hurts, he got an AKA. Shit.
He the only one on the whole team.
Yes, sir.
Bertuzzi?
Yeah, man. I thought it was hilarious, man. I don't have no tears, man, because it's hard for me to have tears when, like I said, once I look at their whole page is dedicated on rank on people. And my biggest thing when it comes to comedy is if you can make fun of yourself, I don't have no problem with you making fun of other people. But if you're only making fun of other people and you're not making fun of your own race, your own religion, your own belief system, then that's when I feel like there's motive to it. But like I said, they got a couple videos of how white people do workouts, and it's funny. So, hey, no tears for me. What about you, Rose?
Yeah, I ain't had no tears. It was funny. It was funny, but I already knew it was probably gonna cause some ruckus. But it was funny though. But it was funny. But it was old because they ripped off some black dudes that already done did that. You know what I'm saying? They weren't the first ones. It's just that it was when white folks doing it, then that's a little different.
Get smashed like, hey.
Yeah, because the black dude had done that a long time ago, months ago and years ago. That same kind of thing with the video with the tone and running and things like that on the
I do
treadmill.
got tears then, man.
So they stole it. They stole it from them, but
like they stole rock and roll.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So
and blues and country
and sweet whiskey.
Hey man, so Rose sent a video about a Jeep guy early this week. So basically, there was this dude who
Boss Man Boozy, tag him on Instagram.
Yeah, so there was this dude who basically was renting Jeeps from other people, but then selling the Jeeps to people.
What the fuck? Hold on, say what?
Like
say it one more time.
So basically, he was renting the Jeeps from people. Like he was telling people to rent the Jeeps to him. My bad, Rose.
Yeah, so he would get people to rent the Jeeps, and then he would buy them from them. And then the people would report the Jeep stolen. And he would sell them to the cartel.
Okay, makes sense. Okay.
And apparently people was basically trying to cover for him until the FBI got involved.
That's right.
And then they basically rolled over and gave the information they needed to give. And I think he got caught, right? Did he get caught?
Oh, yeah. He got
caught. I mean, it was a nice leak while it was going on. What you think, Juice Man?
I like that shit. So say it one more time. So I go rent a vehicle.
So he'll hit you up. Hey, you got a Jeep? You want to rent? Let me put your Jeep up on Toro.
Okay.
The car rental app.
What, a G-Wagon or what kind of Jeep?
Jeep, like a regular
Wrangler.
Jeep. Jeep Wrangler or
okay.
And then we're going to use it.
Use it for what?
We're gonna rent it out.
Okay, I'm gonna rent my vehicle.
And then turns out he never returns the car to the person, and he ran off and gave it to the cartel.
Okay.
So he's done that to 25, 30 people. You got to think,
okay,
however much he made off the rental.
So I made my money back. So.
Oh, he made his money back. You didn't get shit. Your Jeep is gone.
What you talking about?
Your Jeep is gone.
I got insurance, bitch. What the fuck? Who you talking to? Like, you can't. What the fuck? That means I don't got no more car payments, right? No tears.
Man, I got tears. I got tears
No
for
tears.
the people that actually got duped. The ones that got paid off the shit. I ain't gonna lie. If I had a Jeep, my daily driver Jeep, I ain't putting that shit on Toro. But for the people that get ripped off, it's kind of like, hey nigga, if you told me you was gonna do this, hit a lick off of my shit, cut me in, we're good. But he didn't do that shit. He basically stole these people's cars, gave that shit to the cartel, was like, So it's tears for the people that got ripped off. But for a lick, it was you got all these apps now. So like we took scamming from analog to digital.
That's
Uber,
right.
Airbnb, DoorDash.
Oh, yeah.
You hit a lick off these apps, it's those apps.
I can get another
It's an
one.
app on that ass. So
Goddamn.
no tears.
Fuck that bullshit.
Yeah, man. I ain't got no tears because he got caught. Hey, man, stop scamming, man. Make some money the honest way, man. And the crazy part is, man, me and TTK talked about this real quick. Some of y'all motherfuckers, when it comes to scamming, are so intelligent, so smart, so hardworking. if you would put that intellect and that desire to work hard to do good work, some of y'all can make some real money, do some legitimate shit.
Y'all can kill cancer, bitch.
I need the money now, though.
Like possibly, man.
I need the money now, though.
Let me tell you, fast money ain't good money, man. But hey, man, I got tears. What about you, Rose?
Yeah, I ain't got no tears. He was showing out too on his Instagram page. He was flossing on there too. But yeah, I ain't got no tears for him. And for the people that rented their stuff out and got licked, you know what I'm saying? It happens. You know what I'm saying?
Talking about people who got licked. So Mr. Ronnie Wiggs, he was married, and his wife basically was sick for the last couple of years. So she was going in and out of the hospital. Mm-hmm. The bills became very expensive. Right. So on their last trip to the hospital, he got a pillow, he smothered her, basically killing her.
So he did kill her?
Yeah, he killed her.
Okay.
When asked about it, he said, man, the medical bills, they was just getting too expensive. I couldn't keep doing
White man
this.
or black man?
Black man.
God damn it! Yeah, out!
But I can't keep doing this. Yeah, man. I don't have tears, man, only because he knew what he was doing and he accepted the consequences of what he was doing. And as far as the wife, I mean, I guess it's sad for her, but I mean, the way it was seemed like she was fucked up, man. It seemed like she was gonna pass away eventually, man. So, you know, this might have been the most peaceful way for her to go.
Yeah, I got tears because he was like, so did you kill your wife? He was like, yeah, I did it, but this ain't the first time I tried. I tried 3 other times or 2 other times, but I didn't succeed. So, you know what I'm saying? You know what they say, try again until you succeed. So this time I succeeded. But yeah, so I got tears because it's sad because he's supposed to be for love or health or for sickness and all these other things. You know what I'm saying? So I got tears because he could have just left, but I don't know why he didn't want to leave. I don't know if they had something, some kind of pact or something, but I don't think they did because he was like, man, I'm trying to take you out, man. These bills too expensive. Like, man, he was worried about them bills, and man, bump them bills. You know what I'm saying? Come find me.
Hey, so I got tears for the wife because I don't know what she was going through. They never said what her sickness was. Could have been cancer, could have been something else. So it's like, for her sake, I'm saying tears. But for him, it's like, you could have said, hey, she told me she was tired of suffering. So she said, I just want to end it all. It's over. I'm tired of being sick. And then just lied that. You sat there and admitted, oh, yeah, you ain't got nothing to lose. She already died. Did you have health insurance? Is also my other question. Because it's like, if you had health insurance, like, you know, she said if she was tired of, you know, pillow. But it's kind of like one of those things, man. It's like through, like you said, sickness and health. It's like, brother, this is what you signed up for. No, nobody goes into a marriage or a relationship with this. Oh, what if you get sick?
I mean, he killed him, man. So he did live up to death to his part.
Yeah, by his part, by his part. So
It never specifies on how the death has to occur.
This is the real tier.
The death has to occur.
This is the real tier. Oh, this is not the first time.
Yeah.
That's you supposed to take it to your death. To death do us part. She died. Now he has to wait till he dies in about 20, 30 years. But he gonna spend them 20, 30 years behind bars. But hey, brother, rest in peace to the wife. Hey, brother, do what you do.
Hey, man. So this next one is, to me, hilarious. So this man got online and said, hey, man, to the little girl that kept on bullying my daughter, I know it must have been traumatic for me and my friends to jump your dad.
Oh, my family.
Me and my family to jump your dad. But now I hope you learn a lesson on basically bullying. So basically, for those who didn't catch it, there was a little girl who was bullying a grown man's daughter at school. And instead of basically confronting the little girl, he basically got his homies, his brothers, or his cousins, or whatever, and they jumped the grown man of the daughter that was bullying his daughter.
I like that.
Juice, man, tears or no tears.
I like that a lot. I can't have no tears on that because that's some shit I would do. Shit, it's like I can't fucking hit the little girl. So guess what? Hey, man, I'm gonna tell you one time. Hey, you better tell your daughter to get right. She fucking with my daughter. She comes back, Daddy, they ain't right. It's been about, I might give it a week. She's still fucking with me. It's been about a week. Okay. We're gonna see how the tune change, you know what I'm saying, after I talk to Daddy. Guess what? Hey, Pop, what's up? Fuck that nigga up. Yeah, what? Some shit gonna get some changing. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. I like that shit. The shit gonna get solved one way or the other.
See?
Hey,
I like that shit.
I got tears because
Thumbs up.
this is what we never got. We never got like the whole backstory. Like he did mention that the school didn't do anything about it. Also, he never said the little girl that was bullying a girl jumped her. She said she just been bullying her. So it's like, hey, when you pull up, you supposed to be one-on-one. Your daughter beat my daughter's ass, so now I'm gonna whoop your ass. Not I'm gonna jump you.
Hey, put it like this.
Hey,
I'm 5'2".
if I double back, I'm not wrong.
102.
If I got jumped, I'm not wrong.
I don't give a.
If I double back, I'm not wrong though, right?
Say double back. So what, nigga? This is. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, what the fuck you talking about?
I'm saying,
nigga, I'm 5'2", 102.
This
and,
nigga was,
and you 6'5".
No. This was a big ass. This big ass nigga, no. This big ass nigga would have been fair in a one-on-one fight. Like, hey, that was your daughter beat my daughter's ass. Hey, you about to catch his hands. The daughter was probably in the car. It was like, hey, one-on-one, yeah. Next time you want to fuck with my daughter,
guarantee.
It's
a fucking guarantee. I came to you as a man, like, hey, look, get your daughter in check.
He never said he did that. That nigga sound like he jumped.
I don't know, but that's what I would have did.
He jumped off.
Honestly, I would have came like a man, like, hey, man, I don't give a damn how big or how tall. Hey, man, you better check that shit.
And that's why I got tears, because I need more details. Because to your point, Juice Man, your point, C's, if he came to the other man like a man saying, hey, your daughter's bullying my daughter, can you take care of it?
Right.
And if he didn't
do that first,
do his part as a man to do something about it, then
his
ass happens.
That's like
kids. But the way it made it seem, me and C's talked about it. It made it seem like he never approached a dude. It just like literally he walked up to the dude and said, hey, what's up? And the dude said, hey, it seemed like he walked up to the dude and said, hey man, are you Melanie's father? And he was like, yeah. And next thing you know, as soon as he said yeah, somebody came behind and said,
stomping that nigga like, hey.
See, it's kind of like
and the daughter was just in the car, trapped in the car, looking through the window like,
Daddy, no. Hilarious. But this is what I'm saying though. It's kind of like love. It's like if your child, if your child does something so traumatic in society, they'll lock the parents up. That's how I look at it. It's like, look, your daughter is fucking with my daughter. You need to check your daughter, let her know not to do that shit. And if he doesn't do it, then I'm on that motherfucker.
That's why you gotta state what you did before you fucking say, oh yeah, I whooped his. Yeah, we jumped him. Nigga, that's some whole shit.
Hey, Rose, what you think?
Yeah, I don't know what law you're talking about. Your kid do something, they lock the parents up. I don't know what law you talking about, because
it's a lot of law.
They need to have that law, because that ain't no law in Georgia. Ain't no law nowhere I seen. The kid do something, it's on the kid. But yeah, even if the dad said, yeah, even if they said, I need you to talk to your daughter because she's doing something to my daughter. The dad could have talked to the daughter. He can't make the daughter behave though.
You gotta have a better talk then.
Yeah,
so your ass got whooped.
So the dad. So either way, it don't matter if he talked to him or he didn't talk to him, because that still was the kid's behavior. The kid did what the kid did, and so the dad got the business for the kid. So I ain't got no tears. He got that work. Buddy put it on TikTok. He said, you know who I am. I'm sorry. He apologized to your daughter, and that's what it was.
And before we move on, quick question. Real quick, 10 seconds or less. If you the dad who got jumped because your daughter kept on bullying a little girl, what you doing?
I'm probably in jail because them niggas got smoked, nigga. Like, I'm ready for that shit.
Double bag. You ain't like us.
Rose?
Yeah, I'm on that butt like Kendrick was on Drake. No Diddy.
I ain't gonna whoop the hell out of my daughter, man.
She getting that too.
But for every
we gonna air it out. She gonna get aired out.
To my face, you gotta take a look from the belt. Hey man, so Sexy Red, who's been blowing up the last year and a half, she basically was on a radio show, and they say, "Hey, we heard you on the meet and greets."
Right.
And she basically was like, "Nah, I don't do meet and greets because people be musty and stuff.
Right.
And sometimes people deodorant and rub off on me, and
That's right.
I don't like people touching me and stuff."
Mm-hmm. I agree.
See, tears and no tears.
Ain't no tears for that dirty bitch. Sexy Red, this is your crowd. This is where you came from. You can't do your own people like that. You was the stank, ratchet ass, bad weave having, stank ass pussy in the air, dirty, musty people. So when you say I don't like doing meet and greets anymore, it's just saying fuck my crowd. Fuck the people who follow me, the people who go to my concerts.
She's grown as a woman.
So I'm like, you can feel like that. Just don't say that shit on radio. Cause last time I checked, that was where the fuck you came from. Don't forget where you came from, you stank woman. Don't.
Man, now you can say stank hoe, man. I'm gonna be real, man. I ain't got no tears, man, because bitch, fuck you. Like you look dirty. Like Sexy Red, let me tell you, Sexy Red looks sticky. Like you ever walk in your kitchen and somebody spilled some Kool-Aid, but ain't nobody took the time to mop it off, and it just looks sticky.
What color was the Kool-Aid?
Whatever color. Red is the stickiest color. Red is but any color. Man, Sexy Red look sticky.
So she's sticky red.
Yes. she look like roaches crawl on her and lick her for substance. Like, man, fuck that hoe, man. You talking about you don't want no Sexy Red, you look musty. You look like when you twerk that pussy got a tang to it. Not a smell, a tang to it. Man, I was disgusted when that bitch talking about, oh, my fan, you make music for these motherfuckers to be musty. Yeah. I digress, though. Man, fuck Sexy Red, though, man. No tears.
I'm sorry, y'all. I have to disagree. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong.
The floor is yours, sir.
I like Sexy Red.
I don't. True. Fuck that bitch.
She's fuck true. And you gotta think, a lot of shit she's spitting is old shit. This shit back in the 50s and 60s. Like, she ain't spitting nothing new. Like, a lot of shit she's spitting is covers. It's like people back in the day used to say this shit. This blues type shit. Like, I fuck with Sexy Red. She's a slim thick. She's not a Georgia thick girl. She's not a Georgia peach, which every girl wants to be. She's not a Georgia peach, but she's a slim thick. I give her that. Like, baby, put it like this: if you came around my way, you'll get 40. You know what I'm saying? Dollars. And if I was on your level, guess what? You might get about 40K, but you ain't getting 4 million. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like it's certain levels to this shit. So I like Sexy Red. I like what she do, and I like what she say. She keep it real, and it's nice to have a down bitch. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes a down bitch is. I would say Sexy Red is considered. She's a down bitch, or she's a main bitch. What you thinking?
Down bad bitch.
She's a down bad bitch. What you thinking?
She that I'm drunk. It's 1 a.m. I got $40, and I'm trying to get a nut real quick, bitch.
Okay, what you thinking, B?
Yeah, she's one of them dirty hoes.
Okay, but is anything wrong with a dirty hoe?
She dirty.
Man, you not gonna fuck no dirty hoe raw, nigga.
I didn't say I'm fucking raw. I didn't say I'm fucking raw, but I fuck a dirty hoe.
She's sticky, nigga.
Yeah. Her music makes people dance, so I don't have a problem with that. I don't have a problem with music because it makes people dance. I don't have a problem with that. But for you, ho, to say all the stuff that you say, and that's the people. You are those people. That's where you came from. So you just disrespect everybody you came from. I don't have a problem with you not doing meet and greets. No, that's fine. You're losing money, ho. You're losing money because you can make a lot more money if you didn't meet and greet. But I'm pretty sure a lot of people don't even want to meet and greet you. So it is what it is. But some people do. But I don't have a problem with Sticky Red or Sexy Red, whatever we gonna call it today.
Stinky Red.
Stinky Red. Gonorrhea red. I thought gonorrhea was green, shit, but it's red today.
Red.
But I don't have no issues with her. Keep making music for the ratchets and making music that people can dance to and shake their dreads and their locks to, whatever. Do your thing.
A bitch make one song with SZA. She thinks she hot shit.
Hey, man, I don't know what's wrong with that hoe. I don't know what's wrong with these hoes.
I don't know what's wrong with any hoe. What's wrong with them?
That's why we asked the question.
So we got some hoes that basically was talking about, hey man, they fucked up O.J. Simpson. Rest in peace to the king, man. He was doing God's work out here, man. So they also then alluded to basically how their body count, if a nigga's ugly, that don't count. And it just brought up the question, what counts as a body count? Like, what do these hoes count towards their body count? And what should count to a hoe's body count? C's, what's wrong with these hoes?
Man, what month we in? May? 5 months in. 5 months in, we still asking this question. Maybe it's one of those philosophical questions. What's wrong with these hoes? Body count, man. Like, does any man take the tier like low quality, some sliding? If it's just, let's just be honest. If it's an ugly bitch, does that count against your body count? Do you non-existently, like, you just take it off your list, or do you just? Because men don't do that. Men is just like, it's a body. A body's a body. Women will say, "Oh no, that don't count. That was my baby daddy. That don't count. That body."
Huh? Yeah, dude.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So it's like, baby daddy don't count. My ex-boyfriend don't count.
Yeah, dude.
A body's a body. It don't care.
Body.
It don't matter if you don't disrespect anybody. If you fucking nigga in a wheelchair, that's a body. Oh, that didn't count. I wanted to help him out. I wanted to do something for him. That's still a body. Like, bitch, I ask you, how many bodies you got? Oh, I got 35. No, 30 that's 33 because I fucked him 2 times. He was in a wheelchair. He was sick.
Multiply that by 3.
Yeah,
He was in a wheelchair. He was sick. This was my ex. We was going through something.
So what was the question? What was the question once again?
Hoes try to discredit what counts as their body count.
Oh no.
What should count as hoes body count? I'm gonna keep it
If
real.
you fuck the nigga, that's about that's
I'm gonna keep it real, man. If a dick went in your mouth, if a dick went in your pussy, if a dick went in your ass, that's part of your body count, man. A nigga done penetrated you. At some point in time, nigga penetrated you. I know it's hoes out here that try to say, I've heard shit like, man, well, he ain't nutting me.
Sliding,
so that don't count.
To me, sliding counts. Head is
nah, if you suck some dick, that counts, man. That counts. But some hoes say
any sexual encounter with a man counts
as your body count.
Now with a woman, I don't know if that counts. Does that count? So
for me, it counts because you done had sexual intercourse. Like if you done had, like, I look at it the same way. Like if a nigga fucking another nigga, hey man, that's part of your body count.
Whoa,
that's part of your body count, bro.
Whoa, it's different because if they scissor, does that count as a body count?
Yes, man, it counts as a body count.
I don't think so.
If you can get an STD from it, it counts as a body count to me.
You can only get a couple of STDs from that though.
You get a lot of.
Man, lesbians got STDs out there.
Let's be honest.
Like, stop all that shit. But I count all that shit as body count, man. Like I heard her say some shit to me before. Well, if he paid you to fuck, that don't count.
Huh?
Bullshit.
That's a body. Bullshit.
That should count twice.
Okay. Fuck it. 10 times. That's like, 10 times.
Like if a nigga gave you some money to fuck, hey, you should count that body twice.
10 times.
Because some of y'all hoes out here fucking raw for $60. Because y'all need the rent, and the rent due on the 15th. I know some of y'all hoes that hit me up talking about, hey man, I'm already 4 days behind on my rent. I need $100. So like, hey man, fuck all that shit. And then, you know, some hoes be like, well, you know, this is a nigga from my past or whatever. I don't really like him like that. This is just another example of just hoes trying to find ways to be hoes without having to label themselves as hoes.
But check it. So, but once that's why a lot of them recycle. And they would say go back or backtrack. What?
That's true, because once you done had it, hey man,
it doesn't count anymore.
It's already on your body.
It don't count no more, right? That's still one body,
man. Hey man, that's why like any woman he fuck with, if they got a baby daddy in the past, hey man, they might spin the block with him.
Mm-hmm. There you go, spin the block. There you go.
Yeah.
So you hit once in 2014, you hit another in 2020. That's still the same body.
Hey, that's why personally me, if I fuck with a woman who got kids, I prefer the baby daddy to be dead or in jail.
Still the same body, but
not jail or prison. I need him to be locked up for a long, long time.
That can still be, but that can still be considered another body because that's a whole other person.
Yeah.
It could be.
Oh yeah, when he get out of prison,
he
that's a whole nother nigga.
He had some bones in that closet.
Yeah, that nigga got probably 6 inches hiding somewhere in his ass.
Yeah, but that's still that same body, technically.
That nigga ain't Tyreek no more, man. He Tashika now.
Mm-hmm.
What you think, Juice Man?
Yeah, so like I was saying, man, if a chick body count, I don't know. So if a chick tell me 3, I'm like you said, I'm multiplying by 3 or maybe even 5. You don't fuck 15 niggas.
Okay, but let me ask y'all a question. Does that even matter to y'all?
What,
Because y'all keep multiplying and all this other stuff. Yeah, does that even matter to y'all?
Yes, it matters. Shit.
No, for me.
How does it matter? Because they can lie.
What am I trying to do?
No, man.
I'm just saying, does it matter to you?
If I'm trying to wife her, yes.
But how do you know? How you know? So what does it? So how does it matter? Because how do you know?
Bro, you know if a bitch got bodies.
No, you don't.
If you would have been out here, what's left for me?
No, you don't. You don't.
You're a shell. Your soul is tainted.
Because
your soul is tainted.
I'm gonna keep it real. My perspective, me and Jay talk about this. Man, part of a bitch catching bodies, part of that's a character thing, man.
But how would you know?
Because part of that's a character thing. That's what I'm saying.
How would you know? She didn't tell you. How would you know?
How would you know?
Because are you listening? Part of that's a character thing.
Okay, what if she had a good character?
Bruh. She has certain characteristics you're not going to catch 100 bodies with.
Anyways, all right, here I go. It matters how good the pussy is. If the pussy is...
So
no.
So you think a woman got integrity, loyalty, and has honor is going to catch 100 bodies?
So good pussy equals
You think a woman is raised the right way and has more is going to just catch 100 bodies?
How would you know?
I'm asking, but do you think a woman is raised that like he's just gonna catch 100 bodies?
It's possible.
That's what I'm saying. How do
it's
you
the difference between something possible and likely.
No, we're saying how would we know?
What I'm saying is most likely a woman that has all those characteristics is not gonna just catch 100 bodies.
It's individual.
That's the characters of a preacher daughter.
No.
And you know what they say about preacher daughters?
No, that's not the characteristics.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, it is.
The characteristics of a preacher who's trying to raise his daughter. But a lot of these preacher daughters, when you actually be around them, they don't have those characters I just talked about. What I'm talking about is a woman who actually has these characters.
How would you know she has those characters?
This is what I'm
saying. You're around her and you get to know her.
No.
Once you get to know her, but people change.
No.
You
like he's saying right now.
People change. Like she went to college. You met her when you were 30, but she went to college when she was 18. She said, "Oh yeah, but she loyal to you. She got this. She loyal to you
because she wanted to change." That's what I'm saying.
And
it's like
she got good character. Guess what? She's gonna tell you about her past.
No,
she's not.
Just like you said, y'all just multiplied it by 3.
If you serious, if you
how you know?
Hey, I'm gonna actually. I feel hurt on that. I feel
serious. If you serious and she got honor and integrity and loyalty, she's gonna tell you about her
she's
past.
not, because she's a fucking woman.
She can't. She might not say, "Oh, I got 40 bodies." She might say, "Yeah,
exactly.
I was wilding.
Exactly.
I was wild." But that counts.
Guess what?
Does that not count?
She said she was wilding.
Yeah.
She told you was wilding. It's like, bro, I know what that means.
No, so does the body that I just answered the question?
Yes, it matters to me.
It matters to me.
Okay,
Yes.
so how would you know the number?
Okay, so wilding could be 5.
The count
or
doesn't
50.
matter. The count doesn't matter then.
It
5
matters
or
to
50.
me.
It could be 5.
So how would you know the count?
Because her wilding ain't your wilding.
How would you know the count?
Fucking woman.
How would you know the count?
This is all I'm saying. It's how good the pussy is.
Hey, let's just go with the J. Cole. Whatever she tell you, multiply by 3. Let's just go with that.
How good the pussy is? It's like
no. But when you say that though, you say good pussy automatically equals a hoe.
No.
But that's what you said.
No,
that's not what you said.
If she knows how to else, that means she got some experience.
Bruh. It's like when you get in your car, man. You can tell when someone
Miss Grippy. So Miss Grippy out here.
You can tell if a bitch has been around the block.
Miss Grippy can't have 5 bodies. Miss Grippy can't have 5.
She could, and she could also have.
There's a lot of exercises out there.
I just got a question. I got a real question. So we ain't nobody at this table besides me that fucked the bitch, and when you done put it in, the bitch that basically fell down.
What you mean?
I ain't got nothing to do with it.
I'm just saying, like, but you can tell if a bitch that actually had bodies and stuff.
Okay, that's a lazy.
You can tell if she's used to having sex or not.
You know, I'm saying you got bitches that's lazy.
No, you can tell if a bitch is used to getting dick or not, man. Let's stop playing. You can tell if a bitch is used to getting dick or not, man. Like when you slide that dick in her, unless you just got some microscopic shit. If you got a normal sized dick, you can tell a woman that gets dick versus a woman that does not really get dick like that. I'm not even talking about like a virgin.
What is
I'm talking about people, women
Because
who
okay,
might have been having sex 5 years ago, but for the last 2 years, basically a virgin.
No.
You can tell when you slide up in
No,
them
you can't.
by their reaction
No.
if they've been getting dick or not.
No, because sometimes it deals with the woman's shape. Like the type of women you like. They
I
got
fuck everything, bro.
Oh, okay,
and
okay,
I'm telling
okay.
you,
Okay,
I done
slim-
slid them in different women,
okay,
and I
okay.
can tell when, oh yeah, you used to get dick,
Okay.
and I done slid them women and be like,
This is what I'm
oh yeah,
saying.
she ain't had dick in a minute.
Okay, this is what I'm saying. Like this is what I'm saying. A
But,
slim
but
chick.
not having the met doesn't mean that she used to get a lot of it.
Oh, okay, this is what I'm saying. A
Because
slim
that
chick.
thing healed up.
Yeah,
A slim
that's
chick.
my point. That lets me know. I'm talking about physically. I'm talking
Right,
about
I'm
physically.
talking
That
about
lets me know
physically.
you ain't out there right now.
I'm talking about
Yeah, right
physically,
now.
bro.
Yeah.
I'm trying to school you on some shit.
Yeah.
I'm trying to school you
But-
on
but-
some shit.
I'm listening. I'll speak.
But there's exercises, people, and they got skills out there.
Kegels. You
Yeah.
talking about
And
Kegels?
some of them got skills
Nah,
now.
Juice Man, say what you gotta say.
Okay. Slim thick chick, pussy deep. Pussy deep. Could be a virgin. Guess what? That pussy deep.
If she's a virgin, she's still, bruh.
We got the gynecologist
Nah,
over
nah,
here.
nigga.
Born again?
You ain't hear
Born
me.
again or
You
virgin
ain't hearing
virgin?
me. You ain't fucking hearing me. If she thick, that pussy might be tight. Most likely the pussy tight. If she thick, pussy tight.
Nigga, I done
The
fucked-
fatter they get,
I done fucked some
the
slim
tighter they
bitches
get.
that was virgins, bruh. You gonna know.
The thicker they get, the better they get. So it's not a really. Sometimes the size of the woman dictates what kind of pussy they got because they got a pussy of that size woman. You know what I'm saying? It's different from, okay, let's say like you were saying, okay, chick with the Kegels. Yeah. You fucking a bitch. You know when you know what I'm saying? You know when she start gripping your shit. You know the difference when she have an orgasm and she start gripping your shit.
Ladies.
You know the difference between
Hoes. Ladies, hoes, please, women. Do the Kegels. Do them.
Kegels help. Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, just the shape of a woman can throw your what they call it's not therapy, with the books, your theory way off. That's what I'm saying. It's just the shape of the woman. Like a tall woman, you ain't gonna hit the fucking bottom. Cause she a fucking tall woman, you ain't got a 24-inch dick, nigga.
Man, I done fucked tall women, and I done heard them moan loud as fuck. And I done
Fuck
fucked
'em
tall
on.
women,
Fuck them on.
and I felt like my
Fuck
dick
'em
was
on.
going down the hallway.
Okay, exactly. And you got a long ass hallway to go because the bitch is goddamn 6 foot and you ain't
Nah,
never gonna feel the
I had a
bottom.
hallway. I had a long way to go because a nigga with a 12-inch python was in there before I was in there.
Man,
And he
come
was killing that shit for basically a whole year and some change.
on. Okay. But well basically, I ain't never had that problem. That's what I'm saying. And my shit ain't that big. You know, I'm average, nigga. I got an average size dick, bro. And I ain't never had no
This is
complaints.
6 foot nigga, y'all. This is 6 foot nigga. So when y'all hoes be saying, I want that tall nigga, just know it's a 6 foot nigga right here.
I ain't never had that complaint. But at the same time, man, when I fuck different chicks, the different sizes, all of them, when they around the same size, man, it's the same, man. It's the same.
All right, man. So it's all the same. I'm gonna tell you what's not the same. Man, I was talking to them recently, and they was telling me, hey, they got some siblings, and their parents don't treat them the same. So this last topic: do parents have favorites
Yes.
in terms of their kids? If they have
I
favorites,
don't know if it's all about favorites, though.
if they have favorites, does that mean you love each kid differently in terms of less and more? And lastly, how does that affect the kids?
So I'm gonna go first, man. For me, it's timing of your life is everything.
Yes,
too.
there you go.
So it's like your first kid, you don't get the same parent you get when you get the last one. Let's say, like, let's think about all the relationships, like parent-child relationships, where you had a kid when you were 20 something. Your kid is now 40. You're in your 60s or 70s, and you had a kid when you were in your 30s or 40s. That kid is now in their 20s and 30s or whatever. Like, you know, the age gap difference is going to be different because it's like
Got a lot to do with a lot.
a lot of it. It's just like you go back to the phrase where it's like your parents aren't perfect. They're learning just the same way you too. Just like the difference between somebody who has a kid at 20 or in their teenage years versus a parent that has their kid at 30. You're not going to get the same parent because that parent is not the same person they were at that time. So it's like you take that into consideration, and then also you have most parents, you're gonna treat your boys different than you treat your girls. That's just a given. You uneven like even if you say, oh, I try to teach my kids the same thing, do the same things, mentally underlying you still treat them differently because that's just the way you think. Another thing is sometimes kids have a thing in their mind when you're growing up. You might feel like, oh, this kid, my sibling got more attention than I did. You didn't see the shit. You might have talked to that sibling and been doing dirt with them, but you didn't see the shit the parent knew that kid was doing. Like one kid, I ain't gotta worry about because he's good. He's a good kid. This other kid, oh, he's a good kid, but I gotta whoop his ass because he be getting into bullshit. So it's like from the parent view, it's just like a lot of people have like recently I was watching a movie called American Fiction, beginning
American Fiction was really good. I finally watched it. Yeah.
I'm like an hour in, so I'm still wrapping it up. But I'm like, you had that conversation, just made me think. It's like, people look at like, hey, you treated this one better than I did, but it's like, hey, this kid was different. I had to treat him different because I can't treat him like you. You were independent, or your mama took care of you more so. So I had to say, hey, this kid isn't getting enough attention. So it's like, a lot of times I don't feel like people actually have a favorite. It's just like, I gotta treat this kid just like Django. You can't treat this nigga like any of the other niggas because this ain't like other niggas. It's like you grew up together so close, but your relationship is still your relationship. It's just like how you deal with friends or you deal with you ain't gonna treat your mom the same way you treat your dad.
You said it right the first time with Django. You can't treat that nigga.
It's just
I don't know how to treat him, Big Daddy.
It's just like you can't treat the same, your relationship with your mom is gonna be different than it is with your dad.
Man, I just.
But you do have the cases where people are like, "Hey, this was my favorite. This was my baby. I had to treat the baby. I fucked up.
No,
I fucked up on y'all."
No. It's times too. It's the pay. Like we talking about living wages. It's the times. It's the pay. It's different living. It's different experiences. And with that being said, like I don't even look at it as being favorites. It's like you say with the time. Okay, you gotta pass on the legacy. Who you gonna pass on the legacy to? The oldest that's gonna die first? That's projected to die first because he's the oldest.
But maybe you put the oldest in the positions like, hey, I want you to take the reins.
Yeah, the oldest would like in my like. Of course, I would take the reins. I would do what I have to do, but I gotta manage what is passed down to the others.
And that's the part we forget about is,
and
it's like what was inherited.
I can't be, and I'm not. I don't have a. I can't be. I'm a man, so I can't. Jealous, I always say, is a female trait. So I can't be jealous or upset of what goes down to. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, boom. I got to be a man and accept what's going on and live with that. And it's just a simple fact that I'm like, okay, boom. This has to go down to this person because they the baby. They going to keep the lineage on. This going to go down to that person because, boom, they're younger than I am. And you know what I'm saying? That way it needs to go. And I'm just in charge to make sure everything goes where it needs to go. You know what I'm saying? I'm not the type of person that's going to fuck up some shit. You know what I'm saying?
And it's like you
that's not my job.
You speak to that. It's like historically, what was the heir? The heir was the oldest. You automatically got.
But it's like it's the name being passed on. You see what I'm saying? And I am educated enough to know that, boom, it makes sense. It's been going on forever. So, boom, I know how this shit's supposed to be passed on to. You see what I'm saying? I'm not going to be like, why? You know what I'm saying? When I first heard it, the first day. But then I actually sat back and thought about it and prayed about it. I was like, it makes fucking sense. It makes sense. It's like, think about it. So who's supposed to die first? The mother? Who supposed to die first? The mother and the father or the child?
So do you do favorites?
Now, I don't have favorites in my family. I don't have favorites, but it's like my literature goes down a lot about blood. You know what I'm saying? That's one. And even though you're not really, what I'm saying, even though it's not blood, it's still like the shit I've been through. I still gotta bless you with because the reason why I'm living the life I'm living is because I receive favor. You know what I'm saying? So I need to pass that favor down. I need to bless others. You see what I'm saying? So like, it is what it is. I can't. Why?
Rose, though.
Martizan.
Yeah, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. I'm gonna be real, man. I think parents do have favorites. I'm not gonna say every parent. I feel like there may be some parents who don't have favorites. But you was talking about
that. Of course, there's favorites, but does the favorites got anything to do with? Okay, let's say you have 100 mil. How would you split that 100 mil in between 4 kids?
I mean, we've seen situations where parents have given more to different, kids for whatever reason. Like, for example, I was about to just say, like, to your example, like, me and MGH, we love the show American Dad. And Francine, for those who know the show, she got a sister that's Chinese or whatever. And when the parents passed away, the sister that's Chinese was given way more financially than she was. But like literally they found at the end of the episode, where it's because we always worried about your sister more. We knew that you would always find a way. So to your point, Juice Man, you might be the sibling that, hey, your parents might feel like no matter what, you're going to find a way to make shit happen. But they might feel like your other siblings like, man, they need more help. And to like, I'm just saying.
I hear what you're saying, but at the same time, think about the age gap though. Like, okay, you got 100 million. Each child is born 10 years apart. The baby got a 40-year gap on the motherfuckers. He still goddamn. He 40 years younger than the oldest.
Well, you talking about gaps. I'm just talking about, let's say if they are the same age, you might have one sibling that just knows how to do more with less than the other siblings. Whereas, like, you might be able to make a ton of $1 million into $100 million, where you might have a sibling, if I give them $10 million, that they ain't going to do shit with $10 million. Like, that $10 million going to turn into $0 million in 2 years. So, like, you might have parents who decide to divvy up the money that way. But, like, I just recently saw earlier this year a movie called Iron Claw. And the dad straight up said, and this is a real story now, hey, he had 5 sons, and he told each son, hey, y'all know I got a ranking system. Not favorites now. He said, I got a ranking system for y'all motherfuckers.
Deion Sanders did the same thing.
And he literally said, so-and-so's my favorite today, but hey, at any time it can change. And as you watch the movie, you can see each son is trying to please their father to be the favorite. And throughout the movie, you see like 3-4 of the sons all become the favorite at some point in time.
Yeah, but
it also does become the detriment of the sons because you see the sons are foregoing like their own dreams, their own motives to please their father. And like that's part of where I want to go with is like when we decide to have favorites, like how do we articulate that to kids? Because if we don't articulate it the right way, like kids may not be able to be mature enough to understand you still have to live your own dream. You still have to be what you want to be. Like you can't be what your parents want to be. Because we see a lot of situations where mothers.
If that's the case, I'd be a pastor.
I just seen the quiet on set shit. There was moms who wanted their kids to be actors or actresses because they wanted to be actors or actresses. So you got some kids who are trying to live the dream of the parents. And we see it all the time with fathers who, hey man, I wanted to be a basketball star. I wanted to be a football star. So you pushing your kid a little harder than you should be pushing them because you want them to live a dream that you want them to live. So I do feel like it's almost sacrilegious to say you don't have favorites because like if you got 3 kids, for example, you're going to see yourself in each kid. That's just being real. But you probably might see yourself more in this kid over here than these 2 over here. For whatever reason. Maybe they're more of a troublemaker. Maybe they have your intelligence. Maybe they look like you. Maybe they have your athleticism. Because all your kids are going to take different things or whatever. And I don't really see no issue with having favorites long as you understand. Because I feel like with any issue, long as you know that you have favorites, you can guard against how you're going to treat your kids. But if you're saying you don't have favorites and you literally just go into the situation like, I treat all my kids the same, then you might have a situation where you treat this kid differently but you got a blind spot to it, Juice Man. And guess what? So I might be your friend. I might be like, bro, you do know you treat Sally different than you treat Timmy. Okay. No, I don't. Nigga, I'm your friend, and I've been with you since they was born. You treat Sally different than you treat Timmy.
And that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Well, my situation is different because I only have one child. My son is not my biological son, but guess what? If something happens to me, he will be blessed. Because why? I've been through certain shit, and I know the shit he could possibly go through when I'm gone that I don't want him to go through. So I'm making sure that, boom, if some shit happens to me, nigga, you don't gotta go down that fucking path. You don't gotta be in the fucking project.
But do you treat your son differently than your daughter?
Of course, he's a boy.
Okay, fair enough. Rose?
Yeah, it's crazy listening to all y'all talk about it, and y'all ain't lived it. But
I mean, we lived it from our perspective as being kids.
Yes, being kids and being a parent is two totally different things.
Yeah, but we all gotta give our perspective. I'm saying like
I said it's funny listening to y'all talk. I didn't say anything that was wrong with what y'all said. I said it's funny listening to y'all talk. And y'all ain't lived it. There's nothing wrong with what I just said.
Okay, we ain't lived it as parents. Got you.
Yeah, that's all I said. There go.
I was just saying, because when you said we ain't lived it, some of us, like to Juice's point, might have lived it as a sibling. You might have lived it as a kid, like, hey, I was the kid that wasn't the favorite. Or I was the kid that was the favorite.
Like for me.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, respect Juice's feelings, because he might be saying I lived it from that perspective.
But you never let me. You cut me off because I said Juice Man has multiple children.
Go ahead, finish, bro. Go ahead.
But you cut me off. But but basically, So, do parents have favorites? Parents have favorites. There's nothing wrong with having favorites. Parents have favorites. And does it affect kids in certain ways? Yes, it can affect kids in certain ways.
But does
and we can't say it's not 100% yes, but it can. It can affect kids.
But I think
it does for some people. It does affect people.
So what stops it from affecting kids then,
nothing the parent could do to affect it unless.
So even if you overtly show that your kid's your favorite, that's nothing the parent can do.
Let me finish talking instead of. So
that's why I asked you. Like, what
no, that's what I'm saying. But you don't have to ask if you let me finish talking. So it doesn't affect the kid if a parent is doing their job. If a parent is doing their job correctly, it's not. It's going the only effect that it can affect the kid is in the kid itself. But if a parent is doing their job correctly and taking care of their children, even though they have favorites, but if they're taking care of their children correctly and being there and they're present, that's in the child's heart and in the child's mind, and a person can't control another person's mind or another person's heart.
So, question: does the kid know that this other kid is the favorite?
And some kids do, and some kids don't.
I don't specify. So the parent never verbalizes this is my favorite.
Some parents don't.
No, I'm asking. Like the situation I just gave you. If a parent says this is my favorite, and y'all know this is my favorite, does that make a difference?
No. It's still on the kid. As long as the parent is parent, as long as the parent is parenting and present and doing what they're supposed to do, that's on the kid.
I disagree with that because if I say this is my favorite right here, what's to stop this kid from over here saying, well, I want to be the favorite? And
that's on you.
But I'm saying, but guess what? But guess what? If you're saying this is your favorite, and I see that Juiceman is athletic, Juiceman's playing football, guess what? I might be more artsy. I might be like, you know what? I'm gonna start playing football because I want to be my dad's favorite.
Like I said, from my experience,
that's why I feel like it does affect the parent. I don't feel like
it's not about favorites. It's not about favorites. Sometimes it's not about favorites. Like I say, it's the type about literature. It's all about timing. You got to look at it more because it's not about favorites.
Now, if you saying people like this is when you saying
like the example I gave with the iron claw, where the dad says I got a ranking system. Yeah, Juiceman's my favorite. Rose, Juiceman is my favorite. Now you looking at Juiceman and you looking at like, well, why Juiceman your favorite? where Juice Man plays basketball.
Yeah.
I don't play basketball, so guess what? I'm gonna try for the basketball team too.
Yeah, that's something that you got to deal with in yourself. You got to deal with it
So you
within
don't think that's
yourself.
the parents' fault for verbalizing the Juice is my favorite?
No.
Because I feel like that is the parents' fault.
No, I don't think so.
Verbalize, because you
want your parent to tell you the
you
truth.
can't expect the kid to internalize shit the way adults going to internalize.
Like I said, but you want your parent to tell you the truth. These are not 5-year-olds, 6-year-olds, and 7-year-olds.
You tell kids the truth, but
these are not 5. You're not.
But
you're not
we don't tell kids the truth.
Once you get to a certain age. Once you get to a certain age, you got to do what you got to do. It don't matter what your parents say or what your parents do for you.
Once you get to a certain age, but I didn't specify what age.
But it got nothing to do with favorite. But what I'm saying
but once you start talking about this is my favorite, this is all
favorites
this
don't mean shit.
Once you get to a certain age,
no, I'm saying some people don't mean shit.
When you're talking to a 5-year-old, 6-year-old, 7-year-old, 8-year-old, that means something.
It does mean something.
It might mean something to a 13-year-old.
It means something.
It might mean something to a 13-year-old.
A 13-year-old is still a kid. I'm talking about once you start getting to your own, developing your own. Not adult. Once you start developing your own, once you, like 15, 16, 17.
No, it still don't have.
So 13 years old and 15 is very different.
Yes.
No.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. A 13-year-old is an 8th grader.
Okay.
A 15-year-old is a 10th grader. That's totally different. How is that?
Hey, Rose, I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm gonna say there's studies that show that you're right. There's studies that show you're right. My point is, like, unless we know for a fact that they're mature enough to take that information, and that's on the parent, because you have to know if your kids are mature enough to handle the truth. I do feel like if you do verbalize to your kids, hey, this is my favorite, you need to make sure they're at a point where they can handle that. Because if not, hey, you might have a kid looking at the other kid like, I need to emulate that. That's my whole point. Like, and you don't want someone to emulate something, because in the story I'm telling about, you had a kid who literally died because he tried to be a wrestler, and guess what? His body was not built for that. So he literally broke his shoulder in real life now, trying to be something to emulate his dad, and then literally got addicted to pills and ended up killing himself. Mm-hmm. So, like, as a father, like, for you to say, nah, that's not my fault because I put that on my son, like, I feel like that is your fault as a father, because he only did all of that to impress you.
Yeah, but
because as a kid, you want to get the approval and the love of your parents.
You do, but if you're present and talking to your kids, then you will know if something's going on. See, when it comes to when you say something to a kid, and then you going on and you spending all your time with another person, with another kid, and things doing that sort of thing.
That's wrong.
That's when you start like, oh yeah.
But what about those situations where that one kid needs more time than this other kid?
And that's another thing that I want to get into, because some kids have special needs. Some things have. It could be a handicapped person, or it could be a handicapped child, or things like that. So it's like you're gonna have to spend more time or do less
fortunate.
But guess what? But sometimes
I'm talking about
this kid might need different words than other kids. Like this, like Juice Man might need you to pat him on the back. C's might not need a pat on the back.
Yeah. That's true too. But also, like, once you get to a certain age, that's what I say. When you can't tell kids, and you can't put stuff on kids at certain ages. But once you get to a certain age and you're like, okay, you start showing, you want to show more responsibilities and things like that. You're gonna have to do that. You're gonna have to do it. And if a kid don't want to do right, it's not always on the parent.
I feel like once they get to the point of maturity, where it's on them, now whatever age that is, that's what every person decide for himself. But I feel like once they get to the maturity age where they can decide for themselves and have an understanding, to your point, Rose, it's on that kid.
I think maturity definitely, like, once you reach adulthood and maturity, like hindsight, you look back, it's like, oh, mom ain't treating me. Mom paid more attention to this kid or that kid.
And you a hoe.
But then you look back, you like, I understand why. Like, everything that's happened in life, I understand why looking back. That's what kids don't. They're so young.
They understand that because you was a kid.
But I'm saying, like, a lot of kids.
That.
But here we go back to it. Like I say, sometimes it's not about favorites.
Let me just clear, Rose.
They got
just
nothing
because
to do with
you and me may internalize shit differently.
I know that's what I'm saying.
There's some people that internalize it differently. Like,
And
they
need
and
that attention.
those
They want that love
those
from
are people that have mental health illnesses and they need medicine.
It got
I mean,
nothing.
I don't think all of them
Yeah.
have issues.
Yeah, they do.
Sometimes it's just about being loved.
But that's like I just say, if a parent is doing their job,
But time out. The way, guess what? It's like a relationship.
if a parent is doing
the
their
way,
job,
the Juice Man, we friends.
Mm.
The way you want me to love you may not be the way that I need to be loved. So the way this kid need to be loved
Bruh.
may not be the way that kid need to be
You
loved.
lost me.
if you're doing your
Everyone,
job,
everyone needs to be loved in a different type of way.
you're right. But if you're doing your job as a parent, then your kid is going.
I agree. If you're doing your job, you won't understand how to love each kid.
I think it's more a point of like some parents don't know they have favorites.
No, they know. They just neglect.
Like,
and they try to act like they don't.
Like they don't.
They try to act like they don't.
But I think both ways.
People neglect certain kids. They just neglect them. It's just plain and simple. It's like if you are loving your kids the same way or showing or doing kids that you're supposed to do, because it's like I raised all my kids after a certain age. I raised all of them. They're all different.
Mm-hmm.
They all know that I treat my daughter. My daughter's gonna get treated better than, or she gonna get more attention to them because
she's a female.
Because she's a female. They all know that. One female, I have 3 boys.
Right.
They all.
So can I ask a question? What if one of your sons was gay? How would you treat that son?
The same way as a boy.
But we know
It's still a boy.
A lot of gay men need to be treated like women.
Then we go back
Like I
to
said,
American Fiction.
Is you trying to be a trans? I'm not Dwayne Wade.
I'm just asking because
Don't ask. You might need to ask Dwayne Wade that.
A gay son, he might want to be treated like a female.
You might need to ask
Well,
Dwayne Wade
He's
that.
gay if he doesn't come out the closet.
He tells you he's gay. He says that Dad, I'm gay.
At what age?
But you treat him like the other boys.
You're still gonna.
At what age?
You're still gonna be treated like the boy.
Okay, cool. That's that. I'm just asking this question. Like, if that was to come up, if you did have a gay son, like, are you gonna treat him more like a daughter, or are you gonna still treat him?
He's still a dude. I'm still gonna treat him like a dude. But it's
he
just
might be more sensitive, so he might need more cuddling.
I don't know.
Coddling and treating you coddling and treating like you still a boy, like you still my boy.
Yeah, but you know how we treat boys, though.
I don't know how y'all treat boys. I know how I treat my boys.
Treat a little bit more rougher than women do.
Yeah, like, hey, just because you like donuts, don't expect me to be like you ain't gonna get this play though.
Like a gay son,
you just like donuts.
I want you to hug him a little bit more.
Okay,
there's nothing wrong.
Play football,
but there's nothing wrong with that.
This simple.
That don't cost no money.
But I'm saying though,
this is
some
fact.
fathers hug their daughters a lot, but won't hug their sons as much as they hug their daughters. That's all I'm saying.
Right.
I don't know nothing about
this. This is
none
a
of
fact right here. Who's supposed to die first? The mother or the father or the son?
Nigga, I don't know what the fuck you talking about.
Who's supposed to die first?
The
parents or the children?
Whoever guys
Thank
say
you.
die first.
I mean, so you pass it
but
down.
if you was like, if you was in a line like where a nigga broke in your house and said somebody gotta die tonight, who's gonna die? Of course, most people.
You pass it down.
It should be the father.
Who made the least amount of money in the house?
That's fucked up. That's some 2024 shit. But I'm saying lineage wise, it's gonna be the father.
They don't got nothing to do with nothing. They don't got nothing.
I'm talking about from C's perspective. Someone come in the house with a gun. Hey man, kill the person who made the least amount of money.
No.
I'm saying from like a defensive standpoint, like,
I don't know, Juice Man. You make
if I got a sacrifice,
if you get off, well, you might got a high insurance plan, so that's different. In fact, your wife might say, "Hey, kill this nigga."
I hope she do.
He's like, we gonna eat forever. Thank you for saying.
Guess what?
Guess what? We gonna be rich
She done fucked up.
I ain't gotta have 30 more years with this nigga. Kill this nigga now.
The answer should have been
Out.
kill me.
So
That's what the answer should have been. What you should have said. Kill me.
I'm gonna be sad. I'm gonna be sad.
I'm saying, like you say, when a motherfucker come in the house and they say, what going on?
Somebody gotta die.
Somebody gotta die.
Pick.
I don't have to pick because what's she supposed to say?
Kill me?
Yeah.
I mean,
what you say? Killed him.
Fine. Guess what?
Damn.
Guess what? She gonna be wishing she would have said what?
Kill me.
Damn right. Locked in.
Good Lord. But
Locked in.
Hey, back on track though. Back on track.
On the sense of like, hey, if it's like in a defensive state, somebody breaking your house and they tie tie you up and they say, hey, somebody gotta die. Like, what movie was it? It was either a movie or a skit.
Death Wish.
It was like, hey, somebody has to. I've never seen the whole movie, but it was like that clip. It was like, somebody gotta die. And he looked at, he was like, Mom. He was like, pick somebody. Somebody gotta die. He was like, Mom, why'd you pick him?
The youngest child is supposed to die.
It was like,
oh, you mean when they made the parents choose the
child,
and they chose the boy instead of the girl?
If I'm a parent, I'm thinking in my mind.
That's incorrect.
I'm thinking in my mind, kill me. I'm the parent.
The woman's supposed to go first.
I'm the parent. Kill me.
She does not carry down the name. That's what I'm saying. It's all about legacy.
The dad wasn't there. So it was like, kill me first.
So let's wrap this up. We're gonna ask a question and we're gonna wrap it up tonight. Why do most men treat their daughter differently than their sons?
It's the same as how mother treats her daughter. Most mothers treat their daughters different than they treat their sons. It's just the dynamics of it. It's the way the world works. You can like chore wise, like, oh, you need to know how to cook. Like my household is 2 of us. I got 1 sister. 2 of us. We both learned how to iron our clothes.
Y'all both learned to do yard work?
We both. When we had to rake yard and cut grass, guess who did both?
You did.
Both of us. I cut the grass, but when we had to rake up leaves, guess who was out there too? My sister. She was out there too. So it was like, I can't just say.
She didn't cut grass though.
Nah, she didn't. But from the sense of like raking up leaves and all the other shit, guess who was with me? Dad was like, hey, I'm about to go get some water. 30 minutes in the house. We still raking up leaves. I'm like, yeah, I need you to hold a bag. We was in the dirt together. Like, hey, I need you to hold the bag, my nigga. Like, nigga, hold the bag.
So Juice Man, why do they get treated differently, in your opinion?
Because a woman is not as strong as a man. That's simple.
What was that? Why do men treat their daughters differently than their sons?
Because men are protectors and providers, and that's why men are protectors and providers. That's what the king is for, to protect and provide for their people.
That's the way the world works.
Okay, then cool. Closing thoughts, y'all?
For me, it's you can have favorites. I think it's a problem when you make it obvious. Like the whole will shit, that's like a whole nother topic, but it's just like when you make it obvious that you have a favorite, when you have a boy or a girl, that's automatically coming. Like Rose had a lot of great points with that. It's like, hey, I got 3 boys, I got 1 girl. It's the shit. It's different. Like the shit would be, we could have the same conversation if he had 3 girls and 1 boy. The conversation would be different, but the same at the same time. So it's like, it's when it's to a detriment. And that's why I say it comes with age and it also comes with maturity. It's like, when a lot of parents will tell you, like, when I was 22, yeah, my kid, this one was 40 now. I fucked up. I made a lot of mistakes because I was young. This kid didn't have the best experience. Now I got to do right with my next 2 or my next 3 or next 1. So, I mean, it's always a thing. It's when you make it obvious, you got to put yourself as a parent. It's like, am I fucking up? You always got to do that as a parent. Am I fucking up? Am I treating my kids any differently? Am I doing anything detrimental to them? And it's no clear answer, because you could think that you had, I treated all my kids the same. I taught them the same things. I treated them, but
it's impossible.
It's impossible to do. So it's like, hey, be the best parent you can be and go from there. And kids, as fucked up as it is to say, it's a lot of fucked up parents. Let's just be honest.
Honor and obey your parents. That's all.
It's a lot of fucked up parents.
Honor and obey your parents.
Like, to the end of time, it's a lot of fucked up parents to give your parents some grace or understand the perspective they had when they were that age, and whatever childhood trauma you have to deal with, it's that conversation you got to have. If that parent doesn't want to deal with it, there's nothing you can do. It's just like, you see all these other shows, the TV shows where the parents like, I didn't do nothing wrong, da 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 da. Fuck, it is what it is. You said your piece. As an adult now, do not take that same trauma and pass it on to your kids or to your nieces and nephews and the people in your lives. That's all my sentiments.
Juice Man, final thoughts.
Man, I ain't got no final thoughts, man. It is what it is. Keep that shit moving.
Got any final thoughts for Ortiz?
Hey man, it's been a great episode, man. Hey, for those who like Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese, No More Black Tears. We got a WNBA Fantasy Basketball League. We try and support the WNBA. Y'all try to watch the WNBA as much as y'all can, man. They're trying to grow. I saw a couple games this week. It's entertaining. It's exciting. So hey, keep doing what you got to do.
Yeah. As far as final thoughts, I really don't have any final thoughts. But it's on the last topic. I can say one thing, and like as parents, just do your job, spend time with your kids, make sure ask questions, ask how they feeling, and some kids are different now. Kids are different now than they were 20 years ago, and they were different when they were 40 years ago because of the internet and TV and that sorts of thing and technology. Um,
And we got 6 genders, man.
God damn.
It's only two. It's only two.
Yeah, that came from internet, TV, and all that other stuff. So it's like kids, just raise your kid, and you can't let the TV do it, and you can't let the radio do it or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But just be there, ask questions. If you're having issues, go seek some help. You know what I'm saying? You're not alone out here. You know what I'm saying?
Man, that was very sweet, man. Sound like some Michael Jackson shit, man. You are not alone. Hey, in the words of Airbnb Rakim, man, peace, y'all.
Yeah, man. Y'all can catch you at the next light, man. And I'm back quiet. We in traffic.